dan.flackkoo, Wavyton, Poppington. Y'all know the vibes. Nah, but let me not overdo it. Let me not gas it up though. I know y'all clicked this video because y'all bored, right? Comment below and tell me what you guys are doing in quarantine though. And I'll wait until you come in to subscribe.
One eternity later.
Yes, I was in special ed. So I know what you guys are thinking. People that are in special ed are dumb.
Spell red.
Red? L-S-T-E-R.
Stupid.
If you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole?
It's about like 20 feet.
Even though I'm not gonna say it, but understood. People in that class do have problems. They do. I'm not gonna cut that out. They do have problems. For the majority of y'all that don't know English, what special ed is, people that are in special ed have disabilities, and they learn slower than other people. That's what special ed is. And in middle school, special ed was okay. I was mostly a troublemaker. I'm really not gonna get with middle school, so I missed a lot in middle school. Well, high school, it was just horrible. And I'm gonna put you guys on what I went through. I'm gonna take my experience, my perspective, what I went through, what I did, all of that. And it was just crazy. It was just wild. And let me put y'all on. Let's get it, man. My testimony in special ed story time. Let's get it. So in so in high school, we come in every morning. We tell about our day. But it's okay. It's better than doing that. So we just tell about our day. Then they give us a packet packet on our learning process. And not to be arrogant or cocky, because I'm none of that. I was my reading and math writing was in a higher category than those other people in that class. Like my that was solid of me, because I love to read, I love to write and stuff like that. And I hated math. So I really hated math. But it was up there too. But I have people like me in there too. But they have their lives. But I do talk to women in class and stuff like that. What I mean with they have their lives was they hardly was there. They had their jobs and they come in late and stuff like that. But every time when I ask the teachers, can I get something harder, stuff like that, they make some sort of excuse like, oh, and they don't have time right now, or they get it to me in another time, or not right now. And once they told me that, I'm like, okay, but they never gave me nothing harder. They always want to put me in the lower category, like in easy stuff like multiplications. I know my multiplications by heart. You could ask me any multiplication, I know that by heart. When it came to those other kids that they have problems, always was nice to them, because that's the human in me. Like, they're human too. So I love to be nice to people. I never was mean to them. I was just plain nice. So as I try to engage with the general ed kids, they always left in embarrassment. They was always embarrassed in talking to me because I was in that class, and that was just a shame. That got me sad, because I want to engage with somebody else, and they was just embarrassed and just left. And in addition to that, with the isolation, they called me names, the R word, or they didn't want to hang out because I was in special ed. And that was just crazy to me, because because special ed was just a class, but that name is often misunderstood. Because in that class, there's people like me, or like they they just know they just normal, they just humans, and not everybody in special ed are just slow or have disabilities. It's just wild and crazy. And they call me those names. I told the teacher, they just told me, oh, that's just words. But I know that, I get that. I know that I wasn't dense, but still, those words cut like knives. Like that really brought like a sword toward my heart. And lately, as I go in that class every day for 4 years, I just got into a depression, and it just sucks because I was just in that class, basically doing nothing, easy work, getting easy A's. It was just pointless. By me doing that work, it was just pointless. And we do learn what the generator kids learn, but in a different term, in a simpler term. But it was still nothing though. And one time, a student in our class told one of crazy thing ever told one of my teacher's boss that we do nothing class. She just spazzed out. Now she tried to do everything possible for us to do work. And mind you, we hardly did almost any work in there. She was telling the truth in there. I started unengaged in the classroom. I started telling the teachers because I told you guys I used to tell her every day what we did. I started engaging of that because I started getting depression because there was no point anymore because my self-esteem was going down. Every day was the same thing. I was just depressed in class. I used to not talk to the teachers because it was just lame, bro. Like, it was just me in that class just to go to school, like, pointless. And then when we talked about college, future, seeing our future, that was unrealistic because we was getting certificate of completion. So for those that do not know what certificate of completion means it's basically a diploma. It's not really a diploma. It's basically a piece of paper that's saying you was in high school for 4 years. It has no value in it. I shred mine because I got my GED. Yeah, I got my GED gang. If you got your GED, comment below and like. But anyways, that piece of paper don't mean anything. So I just shredded that. And they told me college was unrealistic, and there was kids in there want to be doctors and stuff like that, but they want to play high like sports and get a college scholarship. And they told them no because because those teachers did play sports in school, so they told us we didn't get any scholarships and all of that. And I'm like, dang, like, you bringing dreams down, goals down because of a piece of paper, and because doing our face we're dumb. That's even showing us, to be honest, that we're dumb to even get a diploma, and dumb just to say our dreams and our goals. And that just brought even my depression more down. But I knew that was in the route for me. I knew in my heart that I knew I was meant for something bigger. I have goals that's bigger than life. And I just ignore all that and just keep doing me. And that's a tip for y'all. Keep doing y'all no matter what. To be real with y'all, I thought about it and I was like, nah, college isn't for me, dog. And I was like, nah. And they want us to work in McDonald's. They want us to work in McDonald's for the rest of our life. Don't get me wrong, McDonald's, Burger King, there's nothing wrong working those jobs. If y'all do work in that, comment below and like. There's really nothing wrong with that, but working it for the rest of your life, that isn't the way, because that's not going to support most of the things. If you want to have a kid, if you want to start a family, if you want to buy expensive things, I love expensive things. You can do a lot of things because you're working in a place that's giving you little money and you want big things. That's not going to cut it. Working dead end jobs all your life, and that's what a realistic option they have for us. Senior and junior years, they have this job training. There's nothing really wrong with their job training for it. Like we go to Meyer and Walmart and with no pay and just train and just train. If they like us, they recruit us. And I never did it because I could never see myself working in Meyer or Walmart because that wasn't me and stuff like that. But again, there's nothing wrong working in those jobs, nothing at all. School's not for everyone. It is not. And when I denied, they threw a big fit, and they would just be mad at that because I didn't want to do none of that. And I knew I was meant for something bigger, so I just kept going and going. Ignore what they had to say, and they talked to, and mind you, they talked to my friends like, talk to Danny, to do this job experiences, And I'm like, all right, bro, I think about it, and I'll call you, and I never came back to my mind. Like that's just whatever to me. And for that doing out like for doing all of that, that shows a lot. And let me put you on too that when we try to engage, and one time when I was trying to talk to the shorty that I saw that I like, and she knows I was in special ed, she wanted to keep it low key. Like she wanted to meet up after school because after where after school hangouts are. There were McDonald's, either McDonald's or Burger King and Taco Bell, but mostly it was a short town that I went to school at. So we only had McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, and other unknown restaurants. So we only wanted to hang out with me in the dark. And one time I sat with her and everybody started laughing at her, and I messaged her, "Was that embarrassing you on Twitter?" And then she's like, "Yeah, cause I only want to hang out with you in private places." And I'm like, "Why in public places?" Like girls were liked me, but they ashamed of me, and I cut that out because why like me in private? Why only hang out with me in private? So I just cut that out because I was fake. I'm not with the I went out with the fakest. You feel me? And every day. And every day I have to deal with that. No one wanted to talk to me. No one wanted to be my friend. And I used to hang out with my friends when I did have friends in that class, but I started distancing myself away from them. So I just started being by myself and try to engage with other people. And again, they didn't want to engage with me. And being in that class just made me miserable. So after I graduated, got my GED, and I went straight to college. And I'm just remarkably proud of myself, and I make people proud of me, and I inspire other people, just showing them what I could do. And getting that GED, that sees my friends doing better, and that brings joy to my heart. And I just been to the absolutely worst in high school. The absolutely worst. Comment below if you know anybody's coming through it. Make sure y'all comment below and tell me what's going on and stuff like that. And that's my story when I went to special ed. The education system failed me tremendously bad. Tremendous, like. But I went my way and I went to go get it. I went to get my GED diploma. And it was hard, don't get me wrong. It was hard, but I just wanted to better myself. I was not, because that's the thing with people. Since you're in the same environment, you're like the same, and that's not the case. You're different. It was made different. Y'all have different tastes, and that that just made that wasn't the case for me. I always wanted something better, and for them that was okay, living jobs, living dead end jobs, and and I had to be something better than that. I had I had to. Everybody had their own future, right? But I'm not saying working again. I'm not saying working the job is bad, but I'm just saying that whatever you do, whatever you want, you got to keep pushing. Because look what I went to. I went to misery in that class. I went to being called names. I went to just being being thrown in the dark. I just went being to nobody into getting my GED paper and going to college and studying to be a nurse and a sports medicine physician. Like, you just got to keep persevering. You just got to keep pushing whatever you want to do. That's it for y'all. I hope this story touched you. And thank you. Deuces.